Good morning, children. Today I am going to start History Chapter 2, New Kings and Kingdoms. In previous lesson, you studied about the medieval history. And the medieval history begins after the death of the great emperor Harshvardhan to till the breaking up of the Mughal empires. So this is the period of medieval history. After the death of the great Emperor Harshvardhana, his empire was breaking up into small states and kingdoms. And there were rarely peace in one another. And all the small kingdoms, they had many warriors and chieftains. Chieftains means head. Came to the power under the small kings, and they were called the Samantas or subordinates. Okay, what is the meaning of Samantas or the subordinates? Means chieftain of the small kingdom. Okay, chieftain or head of the small kingdom, they known as the Samantas or the subordinates. Okay, so they came to power under small kings. Okay, and then they started to rule and broke up from them to became independent rulers. After the breaking up of the Harshvardhana's empire, the small kingdoms became independent and ruled by independent rulers. At the same time, many dynasties, many kingdoms, many rulers came into power. Okay, for example, at the part of northern and the western India, at the same time, northern part of India, different ruler ruled by, and southern part, different ruler, central part, different ruler. So the part of northern and the western India were taken over by the Rajputs. Okay, so northern and western part of India ruled by Rajputs. Okay, and the more important of the Rajput kingdoms were the Gurjaras Pratihars of Mandor and Chauhans of Ajmer and the Parmaras of Malwas and Chandelas of Bundelkhand. So these are the different more important of Rajput kingdoms. Okay, Gurjar Pratihars of Mandor, Chauhans of Ajmer and Parmars of Malwa and the Chandelas of Bundelkhand. So they were the different and most important Rajput kingdoms ruled by different Rajput rulers. And over the rest of India, other powerful dynasties also ruled by different rulers. And the eastern side, northwestern Rajput ruled, and eastern side ruled by Palas, and who held sway in Bengal. They ruled in Bengal. And the Deccan region means the central part, ruled by Rashtrakutas and the Chalukyas. They established their powerful kingdom in the Deccan region means central India. Okay, while the Pandyas, Cholas and the Cherias ruled over in South India. Okay, so northwestern ruled by Rajputs, eastern side ruled by Palas, and the Deccan region means central part ruled by Rashtrakutas and the Chalukyas, and the southern part of India ruled by Pandyas, Cholas and the Cherias. Okay, now first one is the Rajput periods. And the Rajput were clans. Clans means a small group based around present day Rajasthan. Rajputs ruled in Rajasthan, and they claimed descent from the Kshatriyas, and they claimed then they were the descent means children of the Kshatriyas. Okay, and the Rajputs were staunch Hindus. Rajputs were the Hindus, and they created a large empire. Rajputs created or established a large empire. Okay, and restricted the advance of the Arabs and the Turks. And they also protected their land and religion with fierce patriotism. They were a great patriotics. All the Rajputs were the great patriotics. Patriotics means feeling of the person who is having the feeling of one's nation. And their contribution. They also contributed in the politics and the culture of India between the 8th and 12th century CE. Okay, and that period is in the Indian history came to be called as the Rajput period. And next one is the first Gurjar Pratihars. Now the Gurjar Pratihars. Many historians claim that the Gurjaras came to India with the Huns. Huns means warlike tribe. Warlike tribe. They came from Central Asia at the end of 5th century CE. And they established kingdom in Punjab and southern Rajasthan. At the same time, the Huayn Sang visited India in 7th century CE. Okay, and they have written about the political condition, social condition of India. And the Pratihars were one of the most powerful kingdom. Okay, and that period is known as the Gurjar Pratihars. Then Nagabhatta first. Nagabhatta first 732 756 CE. Okay, and this Nagabhatta first established the Pratihara dynasty and took control of Ujjain. Okay, and he was known as repeated resistance to Arab invasion. Okay, after almost a century, Nagabhatta II. After that, Nagabhatta II captured Kannauj. It was an imperial city of Harshvardhan, means important city of Harshvardhanas, and he made Nagabhatta II made it his capital, means to whom Kannauj made his capital, and his grandson means grandson of Nagabhatta II. His name was Bhuja I. He ruled 836 to 886 CE, and he was also a powerful ruler, and under him means he was also a great and brave ruler, and he was also established his territory of the Gurjar Pratihars stretched from the foothills of the Himalaya to till the river Narmada. Narmada river is in Madhya Pradesh. From the foothill of the Himalayas to the river Narmada, and from Bengal to Sindh. And the Gurjar Pratihars empire broke up into several independent kingdoms around 950 CE. Around 999 CE, Mahmud of Ghazni took control of Kannauj, and in this way, the Gurjar Pratihars empire spelled the end. Spelled the end means ended. Okay. Next one is the Chahamanas or Chauhans. Chahamanas or Chauhans. है ना? So all these are the Rajputs important rulers. है ना? Chauhans also. As the power of North and East India, the major powers of North and East India, like the Pratihars, Palas and Rashtrakutas. Slowly, all these Pratihars, Palas and the Rashtrakutas begin to decline. Decline is going to end. Small feudal lords or the vassals grew into strength. Means small kings, they came into power. है ना? And they became a former ruler. The Chauhans are believed to have originally a desert tribe from the west of Jaipur. Chauhans were originally, they were the desert tribe and they belong to the west of Jaipur. In the 12th century CE, Ajay Raja broke free from the Gurjar Pratihars and established Chauhan's dynasty. And he built his capital at the Ajaymeru or Ajmer. At present, its name is Ajmer and the old name is Ajaymeru. So he made Ajaymeru his capital. At its peak, the Chauhan Empire extended from Haryana to Ajmer and from Jaipur in the east to Jodhpur in the west. This much he extended his empire. And the best known Chauhan rulers was the legendary Prithviraj Chauhan. Might be you are familiar about the Prithviraj Chauhan. And who ascended means got it, the throne in 1177 CE. The Prithviraj Chauhan was a brave warrior. And his life was his life has been immortalized by the poet Chand Bardai. And about his life, Chand Bardai written biography. Chand Bardai written the biography Prithviraj Rasu. And in the poem, Chand Bardai describe how Prithviraj Chauhan loved and abducted the daughter of Raja Jaichand of Kannauj, okay, in 1991. And the Prithviraj challenged and defeated to Muhammad Ghori. And Prithviraj Chauhan, he challenged to the Muhammad Ghori and defeated. Muhammad Ghori was a Turkish invader in the first battle of Tehran. Okay, in the first battle of Tehran, Prithviraj Chauhan challenged to Muhammad Ghori and defeated. And in the later period, again the Prithviraj was defeated by Ghori in the second battle of Tehran. Okay, again second battle of Tehran held. But in this battle, the Prithviraj was defeated by Muhammad Ghori. What is the reason why he was defeated? Because Jaichand of Kannauj. If the Jaichand of Kannauj joined the force with the Prithviraj, but Jaichand did not join the force of Prithviraj. Okay, and the Jai Chand is still angry of the abduction of his daughter because Prithviraj Chauhan abduction his daughter, है ना, and refused to come to Prithviraj Chauhan's help because Jaichand was angry with the Prithviraj Chauhan, so he refused to come to Prithviraj Chauhan's help. तो उसने पृथ्वीराज चौहान की हेल्प करने के लिए मना कर दिया. And in this is the reason Prithviraj Chauhan defeated by Muhammad Ghori in the second battle of Taran. And this battle is believed to be a turning point in the history of India. Now the next one is the Parmars. The Parmar dynasty of Rajput ruled the region around Malwa, central India, from the 10th to 12th century CE. The most famous Parmara ruler was Raja Bhoj. He ruled 1010 to 1060 CE. Okay, and he was not to be confused with Bhoja of the Parihar dynasty. And Bhoj was a philosopher and a prolific writer. And the capital of the Parmar was Dhar. Dhar is in Madhya Pradesh. And Parmars ruled till 1305 CE when Malwa was conquered by Alauddin Khalji. And the Alauddin Khalji was a Sultan of Delhi. Now the next is the Palas of the Bengal. है ना, Palas of the Bengal. है ना, so Rajasthan or the northwestern part ruled by the Rajputs, and there were different important Rajput rulers were there, and they were the many were there, and they were the Gurjar Pratihars, the Chauhans, and the Parmars. Now the next one is the Palas. Palas ruled in the eastern part of India. In Bengal, a period of confusion seems to have prevailed after the death of Harsha. And here, in 1750 CE, the people elected, here after the death of Harshvardhan, in that area, means in Bengal, the people elected one Gopala. The people elected one person and his name was Gopala. And he ruled in that area. And his son means the son of Gopala, he founded Pala dynasty, and the son name was Dharmapala. Okay, so Dharmapala founded the Pala dynasty, and under Dharmapala was the son of Gopala, and he established Pala dynasty. And Dharmapala and his son Devapala, all these are the Pala dynasty. Dharmapala and his son Devapala, they extended their empire from Bengal, Bihar and the parts of Odisha. They extended their empire. And after that, one of the Pala kings, Pala king Mahipala, he was defeated by the Chola king Rajendra Chola in 1023 CE. Okay, so one of the king of the Pala dynasty, his name was Mahipala, and Mahipala was defeated by the Chola king Rajendra Chola in 1023 CE. And the Palas were Buddhism. They were Buddhism. They were a great follower of Buddhism. And they made many monasteries and college at Vikramshila, and they established the university at Nalanda by the patronage of Pala dynasty, and Dharmapala established a famous Buddhist monastery and college at Vikramshila. And after the fall of the Pala dynasty in 12th century, the Sena dynasty ruled over Bengal and East until 1245 CE. Now the Turkish invasion. Turkish invasion. Thank you. पता नहीं रिकॉर्ड हुआ कि क्या हुआ